Roth IRAs are often seen as completely secure, offering tax-free growth and withdrawals. However, a significant trap concerning the Roth IRA 5-year rules often catches many retirees off guard. It's important to know there isn't just one 5-year rule, but two completely separate rules. These rules have different purposes, separate clocks, and distinct penalties. Misunderstanding them can lead to taxes and a 10% penalty on your own money. Rule number 1 is the contribution clock, which applies to earnings. To withdraw earnings tax-free, you must be at least 59.5, and the account must have been open for at least 5 tax years. This is one clock for the entire life of your Roth IRA and never resets. The contribution clock starts on January 1st of the tax year of your first contribution. Even if you contribute in April of the following year for the previous tax year, your clock is backdated to January 1st, giving you a head start. In this example, Sarah contributes to her first Roth IRA in April 2026 for the 2025 tax year. Her 5-year clock officially starts, backdated to January 1st, 2025. The 5-year period is satisfied on January 1st, 2030. And if Sarah is over 59.5, all her earnings come out tax-free. Remember that your direct contributions are always safe. You can withdraw them at any time, at any age, with 0 taxes or penalties, since you already paid tax on that money. Rule number 1 only applies to earnings, such as growth, dividends, and capital gains. Your original principal is never at risk. Rule number 2 is the conversion clock. When you move pre-tax money from a traditional IRA or 401k into a Roth IRA through a Roth conversion, you pay income tax upfront. However, you cannot freely withdraw that principal immediately. The conversion 5-year rule stops individuals under age 59.5 from using conversions as an escape to avoid the 10% early withdrawal penalty on traditional IRAs. Each conversion gets its own distinct 5-year clock, starting on January 1st of the year the conversion is completed. Mark, age 45, executes 2 separate conversions. His 2026 conversion allows penalty-free access starting January 1st, 2031. His 2028 conversion's new clock starts January 1st, 2028, with penalty-free access beginning January 1st, 2033. Withdrawing the 2028 conversion funds in 2029 triggers a 10% penalty. The IRS has strict ordering rules when you have contributions, conversions, and earnings in one Roth IRA. This sequence determines which money comes out first during withdrawals. Direct contributions come out first, always tax and penalty-free. Converted amounts are next, following a FIFO order, meaning oldest conversions first. Earnings are the last layer and are subject to taxes and penalties if the 5-year and age rules are not met. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the contribution clock and the conversion clock. The contribution clock applies to account earnings and has one clock for the entire account lifetime. The conversion clock applies to converted principal and has a separate clock per conversion. A key difference is whether age 59.5 saves you. For the contribution clock, dunno, your earnings still need the account to be at least 5 years old. For the conversion clock, eyes, reaching 59.5 means the penalty clocks no longer apply, allowing free access to converted principal. If you violate rule number 1 by withdrawing earnings too early, you face ordinary income tax plus a 10% penalty. A rule number 2 violation, withdrawing converted principal before the 5-year clock expires, results in a 10% penalty only, as taxes were already paid upon conversion. The most common mistake is assuming that converted principal can be withdrawn freely because taxes were paid. Remember, the conversion clock is a penalty mechanism, not a tax mechanism. The IRS enforces the waiting period for those under 59.5, regardless of tax payment. The Roth Conversion Ladder is a strategy for early retirees to access their converted funds penalty-free before age 59.5. This involves converting funds each year in a rolling sequence. The core trade-off between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA centers on when you pay taxes. Roth contributions are after tax, leading to tax-free growth and withdrawals. Traditional IRA contributions are pre-tax, with withdrawals taxed as income. The best move you can make today is to open and fund a Roth IRA, even with a small amount. Doing so starts your structural 5-year contribution clock forever, allowing future earnings to grow completely tax-free.